Alright guys, this is going to be about making the Geo Sluice Geo Banker great again. And it's a great machine, but it has a few flaws, and I just wanted to go over a few of the things I've done to correct them. One, I was catching water coming off the back of my sluice here. And I made this pin setup so I can just pin this down and silicone up here and down both sides, so I'm hardly losing any water there now. That was one. Those tabs help that. The tabs on the front here, the sluice is too wide for a 5 or a 3, so I made these little aluminum tabs and pop them to the sides here so it narrows my water flow right to the center. That's two of the things. The third thing is this. This is a Group 27 battery I've been using, and it is crazy heavy. This is what crazy heavy looks like on a scale. 47 pounds, 7 ounces. This is a solution to that problem. It's a lithium iron phosphate battery. 12.8 volt, 50 amp hour. So this thing can run a 1 amp pump for 50 hours. And obviously my pump isn't that, so I think it's about 10 amps. So I can run for 5 hours straight, then I can charge. And I've got solar charging set up. And this comes with this. It's a charger. And if you decide to go lithium ion, make sure the charger comes with it, because you can't charge it on a regular charger. So that being said, like the big problem was the weight of that other battery, 47 pounds. Big difference. Hey guys, the other big problem I have with this when I'm recirculating up in the forest is you get a lot of debris in your water. The water comes up and it plugs up the pump, and it plugs up the jets up here on the top of the hopper. Right here, and these are little holes here, and they get plugged up with debris. So to prevent that, I've gone to this, and I'll tell you about this more in later in the video, but this is a screened bucket where my pump goes in, and it's pre-screened on the outside. The pump's pulling water in through the screens, and it catches the debris on the outside, which causes another slight problem, which is you got to clean the screens, which isn't bad because I'm not plugging up. Okay. This is a 3-gallon bucket, and in this bucket, let me have you look inside. These holes here are on the inside. They're 2.5-inch holes, and there are 6 of them. And then what I did on the outside, took one piece of screen and wrapped it all the way around the outside of this bucket, because the pump's going to be sucking inside the bucket through these screens, and your debris should hang up here on the screen. So it isn't going to be pushing it out away, it's going to be sucking through this. And that's plenty of flow area, I think. And just to make sure we don't get anything, debris going in and plugging our jets or plugging the pump, I've now got my pump hooked up this way. This is an aluminum plate on the back, and it bolts to the bottom of this pump. This pump will come in the bucket and hook like yo. Wires come out, go to the battery. So now that pump is sitting about the center of this hole. So it can constantly draw through that hole, and you know this bucket will start out full to start with. Well, not quite full. I guess it'll be the height of that tub, which is 8+ inches. So it's going to have plenty of water, I'm thinking. And that should take care of the debris problem, and if it doesn't, I used to have a strainer that I'd used, and I've broke it or lost it or something, so went to Walmart, and I think this was $1.80, and it's what you catch. If you have fish in a fish tank, This is how you take them out of there and, I don't know, throw them in the pan and eat them. I don't know why you would do that, but I don't have fish, so. But anyhow, you would just use this to scoop in your tub, you know, to take the debris off that's floating on the water. Like so. Do that and knock it off. So that is a little jet dry in your water. A little bit, and don't overdo it like I do. And there's some flocculant that you can get on Amazon or at Geo Sluice, either one. They both work pretty good. And I'm thinking a sample from our claims, I believe. It's dry as can be. You can see it's dusting out and everything. I have no idea what's in that. It was a test from one of the claims. And so we'll see later if there's gold in this at all. But it's going to be about recirculating. So we got the Geo Banker all set up. We got the tills and concentrate bucket set up. And we got the pump under there. We don't have water in here yet. We got our handy dandy fish screen. We got the switch in line here. And it goes from the pump over here to the group 27. I got the jet dry and the flocculant right there. So I think we got our bucket here that's kind of a stand for our material. And all I need is water. And I'd like to hire somebody to go out and get water and bring it in, but I guess that isn't going to happen. Runs in, that all good. I've now changed from a little over 5 degrees to about 8 degrees. I also had to do this. I had to put our Washington Beach Mining bilge pump control in again. To run that 1100 wide open, it's just too much flowing over the back of the pump. Left-handed. Now I'm only about half 50% on my pump controller. I don't know if you can see that. It's the little red knob there. It's about 50, maybe 60%. So this is, even at this low angle, this is cleaning out well up there. Handed dirt here. That's me running left-handed. Let's go a little bit closer for you. You'll see how well that runs off. Even at this low speed, I'm really impressed with that. I'm not all the way down. Cleaning out the upper hopper. I'm letting these rocks build up here with the hopes of diverting that water a little bit. Unsuccessfully, by the way. Now this is only about probably a gallon of material. That was a 2-gallon bucket. And I don't see any sign of it drying out anyway soon. So that's flowing well. This is flowing well. And that little pump's down there just working away. And see the water level is actually lower. I'm probably only about 12 gallons of water in here. And we're flowing well. The pump's staying good, the pump, because the holes are below the height of the tub. So I'm really happy with that. That works good. The left-handed stuff isn't working here. For now, we're going to clean up, and we'll use the tub here to pan in. So let me get set up to do some stuff, and I'll be back. The guy that pulled the hopper just pulled the pin that's laying right there on top of that tub. I don't know if you can see it right there. And the hopper's over here. Back it out. And I cleaned it up, and the material is in that pan right there. Not much, that's just those 2 riffles. I didn't even look for gold yet, but I will. As I know I said I hadn't seen any gold in here yet, but I hadn't looked either. So if you look right there, that's a nice little piece of gold right there. And if you look, there's another piece. There's one, there's one, there's one. So there's good color from where this come from, and I think I remember where it is, so, but I'm not telling. All right, I'm going to clean up the sluice. All right, guys, the sluice is clean. I mean, as clean as you can get it. I actually used the garden hose on her again. So now we've got this much material right here, and I'm going to pan in the tub. So let me get back. Okay, what you're looking at there is my safety pan, and I'm going to put a few drops of jet dry in there, and I really mean drops, I'm hoping. So now I can see what you're seeing, and I've got my little blue riding hood coat off to keep me dry. Let's see, I didn't do the jet dry here, just a drop or so. Just a drop. There we go. That's way lots. So let's see what this brings. That in the upper was really good. I'm really happy with that. This machine catches so much gold, it's amazing. Even at that steep angle, to me, 10 degrees is pretty steep. Or, no, I wasn't. I was 8 or 9. Here it's the same one, so there's the same dirty water in it. Now for that little bit of material, to me that's pretty good. Okay. Let's see if there's any in the tube. A lot of water in there. No, it's good. It's good. Okay. So, if you look, here's that one piece we found right off the bat. There's one. These are all little pieces of gold. All of this. These are all gold and a little black sand. But, you know, when it's small gold, you get a lot of black sand. So, two things you can figure on for this little run is that one, you can get a lot of really nice gold just recirculating. Let me see if I can get over here. Yeah, about right there is where you can see best, I guess. Don't dare go any bigger than that, but those are nice little pieces. So you can get really good gold recirculating. The La Trappe, sorry, it isn't the La Trappe, it's a Geo Banker, sorry. I got the La Trappe sitting here too, and I just looked at it. So anyhow, it catches ultra fine gold. I mean, my goodness. Let's see, where can you see? These here are so small, some of these, you can't really see them. There, 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 and there. Little bitty guys. But for that little bit of gold, that was a 2-gallon bucket with about an inch and maybe 2 inches of material in the bottom from a claim. Didn't know if there was anything in it, and it got it. And we couldn't go outside, so we had no way to run it except to recirculate. So you can do that. If you don't have water on a claim, you can recirculate. On a dry claim, if like the desert's too wet, you can recirculate. And you can see by how much water I used, that was less than the 15 gallons, that's probably around 12, maybe 14 at the very most gallons of water. So anyhow, I think this was a success. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, give it a good comment. Come back again. Thank you so much for watching. May the bottom of your pan be gold forever. This is me out.